Hi, everybody.
Hello!
It's your weekly Cosmic Tarot forecast coming right at you.
We're the Spiritual Gaze, and we want to just talk to you a little bit about the astrology of the coming week. Not too much, but enough to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, the moon is actually in Libra right now, so it makes sense, right? That we're just like partnering up here for this business.
And
for
looking
you all.
gorgeous,
Looking
right?
Stunning.
Everybody looks gorgeous with the moon in
It's
Libra.
okay to let us know. I hope you're feeling stunning wherever you are. But yeah, the moon in Libra always does help feel like, you just kind of can ease into everything that you have to do. But we have a couple big things this week. One is Neptune is stationing to go direct.
Hey-o. What does that mean?
It's been retrograde since June, and it has gone back into 20 degrees, which is where it was all the way back in March. And if we recall, Neptune is all about, our spirituality, but also really like the vision that we have, right? The vision that we have for our lives, for our dreams, and how we want to actualize them in this world. And so when Neptune is in a retrograde phase, it can really kind of like slow down some of that manifestation, or even create like a bit of like a foggy haze, right, around what it is.
So it's a relief when Neptune stations direct. The 5 days before, the 5 days after, you really feel it, you really notice it. And what you should be noticing are gateways through which your dream can move forwards. It's like all of a sudden the road has opened and the vision can lead you ahead.
Yeah.
Still got to work, but at least now you might start to see potentiality for how things can progress.
Right. So you may still feel a little bit kind of like in the fog, in the haze, but know that like the clarity is coming for you, and it actually can be available for you. And I think you actually can even start to be, taking actions that are helping to move you forward, even if it doesn't fully feel like it entirely, or you can't entirely see the clear picture ahead.
Yeah, as soon as this moment, as Mars is trining Neptune. So we're being shown where actions can be taken, and maybe taking some action helps to clear some of the fog as it lifts.
Bingo.
The other big moment, the cosmic moment, is the solar eclipse, which happens very, very, very late on Friday. If you're an East Coaster, very, very, very early Saturday. Solar eclipse in Sagittarius at 12 degrees of Sagittarius. Mercury's close by at 15 degrees. This is essentially a new moon with some teeth. That's what you can think of a solar eclipse as. And,
or with some tea.
Oh, hey, girl, that new moon's going to spill that tea. The thing about eclipse season is it's heightened emotionally, and it's also trying to show us where it's the end of an era. And if you've been paying attention, you may be noticing in your life, in the lives of your friends and your family, or even just in the world, that it's the end of an era for relationships, for jobs, for dreams. And your job with the new moon in Sagittarius/solar eclipse is to acknowledge where it's the end of an era and then figure out what the new era is going to be.
Yeah. So look to your chart to where you have 12 degrees Sagittarius. And that'll help, I think, give you like a pretty strong clue into, okay, this is the area of life where I need to shift some of the ways that I've been moving.
Yeah.
Some of the ways that I've been thinking, and some of the beliefs that I have had about myself. And they might even be unconscious beliefs to some degree. And now I've just been like activating them out into the world, and it's time to shift them.
So the card that was pulled for this week is perfectly themed with that. It is Judgment reversed. So the Judgment card is basically, it's the moment in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy returns home to Kansas. And Kansas has not changed, girl, because Kansas doesn't change. But Dorothy has. And so she's faced with this decision, like, what do I do now that I'm not the same? And we all know, because sequels were written, Dorothy goes back to Oz because she has changed. And so the trajectory of her life has changed. So the Judgment card shows up to say, girl, you are not the same. Stop acting like it. Reversed, it means you're resisting it. It means, hey, it was easier when, I didn't have to change my whole life. It was easier when I didn't know what I know now. Sure, it was.
Right.
But you can't unknow what you know.
Yeah.
And the transformations that we've all been going through are for our own good, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if we don't know where it's going to lead. So as you approach these decisions, as you approach the opening road of your dream, keep in mind that the you that maybe dreamed the dream isn't the same you that's trying to bring it into reality.
Yeah. And I'd say a little tip, look to your Aquarius house too.
Oh.
Because this new moon is making a nice little sextile to Saturn
Hey.
in Aquarius. And as we know, Saturn is all about the work we need to do.
Yeah.
And I think it on some level is about like releasing old ways of being, right?
Yeah.
That aren't like keeping the foundation, that aren't keeping the structure in place. So you might look to that like Aquarian house too, to just give us a little clue into like, oh, this is also a helpful way to release or go through this area of life to help you release the mentality or the belief system that isn't really working.
When isn't it about releasing old ways of being?
I mean,
yeah. Welcome to the spiritual class. Accrue, release. Accrue, release. Eclipse season asks us to release, asks us to exhale so that the next inhale can go deeper into the lungs and deeper into the heart.
Yeah, so release, baby, release.
Thanks for being here. Mark on your calendars. We're going to do a whole 2-hour workshop that's all about the astrology of 2022.
Yep.
It's juicy. It's fun. It's actually some good astrology. It's very different than what we've been dealing with this year. So that's December 14th. You can sign up for that on the website. And we hope to see you soon.
Yes, take good care.